The world's greatest snowcross racers head west to the historic town of Deadwood, South Dakota for the U.S. Air Force Snocross National presented by Christian Cars Online. A tight track greets Pro Light Points leader Creighton Dillon, who's on rails with back-to-back wins as Nick Lorenz and Anson Shield give chase. Five-time champ Elias Ischel enters Deadwood with a 13-point lead over Emil Haar, but both racers have their sights on a championship. Are you ready? AMSOIL Championship Snowcross from Deadwood on Fox starts right now.
That's where you want to be. So what you'll hear regarding the drivers' meeting,
And he's got it! Wow, look at this battle here. Yeah, and that is exactly what we want to see out of Elias.
Francis Peltier, ladies and gentlemen, wins race number 3 for the AMSOIL Pro class.
Holy frick, dude, that was insane.
Red Snocross, baby! It's a drag race, and Blair Morgan takes it.
Tucker Hibbert, the number 68 sled across the AMSOIL finish line, has done it!
The Wild Wild West is about to add another chapter to its rich history, courtesy of AMSOIL Championship Snowcross. We're at the Days of 76 Rodeo Grounds at Deadwood, South Dakota. This is the U.S. Air Force Snocross National, presented by Christian Cars Online here on Fox Sports. Hi, everybody. Paul Small, my tag team partner, Robbie Malinowski. Robbie, tight confines, things happen in a hurry. This place is hardcore.
Yeah, this is one of the toughest races. It was never my favorite as a racer. Never had a lot of fun here, not a lot of success, but it's a lot of entertainment now on this side, so I'm looking forward to it.
Let's go down to the third member of our broadcast team. Here's Nolan Castellian.
One thing's for sure racing here in Deadwood. If we're coming from Canterbury Park a couple of weeks ago, which is considered the Daytona of Snowcross, we're at Martinsville this weekend. This tight track is shaped like a paperclip, just like Martinsville is, and just like Martinsville, you're going to see some bumping and banging on these tight quarters tonight. That could lead to some frustrated drivers trying to keep their emotions in check. Keep an eye on that tonight.
Don't blink or you're going to miss a lap here of Deadwood. Robbie, take us around this super tight facility.
That's right, we go to a step-down start. Few little rollers off this, then we have this tabletop. Pay attention to that. That might change up the way you get through this section. Now we got some rollers, triples, doubles, split lane. If you're going outside, guess what? You get to triple, double into the finish line. If you go inside, it's rolling, doubles. Who knows what happens? So here you go, over to the finish line, take a left, and that is a lap here in Deadwood.
We're ready for the first AMSOIL Pro Triple Crown main event of the evening. Things have not been smooth for the five-time champion, the Viking Rocket, Elias Ischel, as he had a little mishap in practice earlier today. Now, we do have a couple of riders who are riding banged up. Hunter Padnote has a banged up elbow. You want to talk about banged up, or in this case, swelled up. Look at Cody Cam's foot.
I know Cody, and the challenges that he faces, he will fight through. Don't give up on Cody.
3 races, lowest point total wins. So who will strike first in the AMSOIL Pro Triple Crown here in the Black Hills of South Dakota? Let's let them loose and find out.
Elias Ischel gets the start.
Stud Boy hole shot going to the Viking Rocket, but we've got them 2 and 3 wide behind, and they are all going to come flying in and flying out, chasing Cody Cam.
Look at Cody. He is going to go for it, but Elias is right there. And watch the cat and mouse game that these two are going to play right here. Oh, wow.
Oh, Cody goes out wide. Elias
almost
up.
Yeah, he got a little love from the back there. That's his former teammate.
Yeah. They don't have bumpers on these, but it's going to look like they might need them here in Deadwood tonight. It is going to be fast, furious, and physical. Time to race here. 8 minutes plus 1 lap, so you can keep track of the time in the upper left corner of your screen as we watch the lead battle here between Cam and Elias Ischel.
Yeah, but look who got into third there. That's Cody's teammate, Har. He is a tough runner. He will get up there and battle. And I know he's not really satisfied the way last weekend, 2 weekends ago went. So watch for Har to push late in this race.
Here's Ischel again, sitting in just behind Cody Cam and trying to tuck to the inside there, not to really get a faster run, but just get out of the roost and get some clear vision to plan his attack.
That is it. Vision is going to be key throughout tonight. Vision is everything, and Cody having that hole shot is basically giving himself that huge advantage, but he's going to get into lappers really soon here with this tight course.
So is it better to be chased or be the one chasing?
You want to be out front. And look at this, 221 of Benham got it around Har, so he's moved himself back up in third.
Yeah, Daniel Benham giving that Arctic Cat a ride here in this first of the 3 Triple Crown main events for AMSOIL Pro, closing in on 6 minutes plus a lap to go.
And Benham qualified in that top 5 today in practice, so he has showed some speed, and we're not used to seeing Har go the wrong direction, go backwards like that. So Benham obviously doing something special. And look at this pass.
Oh boy, stand him up on top of the berm. Old school motocross pass. The Viking Rocket jumping right back into the fray. He had a bobble. Do you think that's going to stop him? I don't think so. It's on.
Yeah, and unfortunately right now what I'm seeing out of Cody is he hasn't been able to ride and practice this last few weeks, and that is starting to show up. You see his posture. He's just a little fatigued right now, and he's going to have to dig ultra deep to try to hold off Elias.
That's Riley Bester on the Red Bull Avant Polaris that was to the outside of them, occupying the lane there so that they couldn't get side by side. Whoa, look at Ischel, crossed it up. He's going to go top. No, he's going to stay on the bottom and try to cut under. Not yet.
Yeah, and he was just trying to get out of the roost. That's all he was trying to do. Get himself so he can get some clear vision, stay on the gas, and Cody, he's going to have to ride really, really smart right now because Elias is pretty hungry, and I know he's feeling that right now. Those 2 weeks of sitting on the couch trying to heal that ankle, it is coming back to him.
And he's still got to last another 2.5 minutes plus 1 lap, and he's dealing with lappers, and the track's getting rougher. And oh, by the way, whoa, the 5-time champion almost ended it.
He almost threw it away. Elias, he needs to just maybe take a breath, take a beat, and plan his attack. He is pushing maybe a little too hard. You see a lot of mistakes right now out of him. He should just relax. He knows Cody's fatigued a little bit and feeling it.
And one thing we want to point out for our Fox Sports viewers is that in previous years, there would be a spotter and the racer would have that information in their ear, but that has been disallowed. So there is no two-way communication between the spotter and the rider. You've got to know where they're coming from and what you're going to do all on your own.
Yeah, you sure do. And that was a massive advantage for the riders. Not so good for the racing, in my opinion. I like not having that communication. So the rider has to decide inside, outside, where does he need to go. And you can see all that snow. Look how the track has changed in this final. And I'm just so impressed right now with Cody. He is riding unbelievable. I know his lungs are burning, his legs are burning, his arms are burning, but he is just fighting through this and showing some amazing heart.
And this would really be a huge statement to the rest of the field as well, that Cody Cam, with the bad wheel, can come out here and hold off the 5-time champ and win the first leg of the Triple Crown. That would serve notice to the rest of this field.
Yeah, sure will, but look who's lingering in that third spot as we get down to about a minute to go. We've got the 31 of Har. He is putting in some fast lap times right now. He is the fastest on the track.
And he can see second place, Elias Ischel, a little bit through that roost as they come back down towards the Arctic Cat and Polaris turns. The clock is ticking away for Cody Cam.
Yeah, it sure is, but Elias, he's going to be experiencing some pressure here.
And I tell you, it's going to be close. Let's see if Cody Cam gets to the line and the clock has already hit 0, 1 more lap. If it hasn't zeroed out, 2 more laps.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. Wow.
Oh, Har almost came off, but look at this.
Peltier going to stack up alongside. Oh, they're banging bars.
They sure are.
Wow. And then there looked like a little mistake, and Benham just jumped on Peltier. And not literally, but figuratively jumped alongside.
Yeah, and Elias has moved to the lead. Elias got around Cody.
Wow. Everything happening at once here in the closing moments of this first AMSOIL Pro Triple Crown race here at the U.S. Air Force Snocross National. Cody Cam holding on for so long, but the lap that matters the most to be the leader of is the last one, and we're on it, and Ishel is up front.
Yeah, he is, but the way Elias was riding earlier, don't count his whoa, I don't know what he's doing there. He's looking all over. He's got to focus ahead.
They come barreling through. Har's going to make a run at his teammate for second as we come down to the checkered flag. Main event number 1 goes to Ishel. The race for second. Cam barely holds off Har. We told you it was going to be a wild and crazy night in the wild, wild west. Let's look at the moves here that were happening on track. There's Cody. Gets a little too much air there. Ish. Oh, look at that. It's almost like a wheelie tap.
Yeah, Cody got roosted right out of that corner, and he had to go and do a little wipe on the goggles.
Elias Ishel picking up the win in Triple Crown leg number 1. You followed Cody around for a lot of that race. How important was it to be patient on a tight track like this?
Oh, for sure. It's just falling out there. It's not much to do. Like, we're 15 guys in the class, and in practice we're everyone inside 1 second, so it's so tight then.
When AMSOIL Championship Snowcross returns, the Pro Light Finals are ready to go green. Can Creighton Dillon deal another winning hand in Deadwood? AMSOIL Championship Snowcross is presented by the U.S. Air Force. Serve your way. Can you make the team? By AMSOIL, runs on freedom. By Skidoo, that Skidoo feeling. By FXR, gear up for your outdoor adventures with FXR. And by Arctic Cat.
Welcome back to AMSOIL Championship Snowcross on Fox Sports. Your ProTech track report. Balmy conditions for Deadwood, being above freezing.
Snow conditions, wet and icy. Pay attention to the roost, the goggles. Vision's going to be a challenge.
The Pro Light Final is ready to rock. Now, I can remember last season and the season before watching Jordan LaBelle dominate Pro Light. Could we be seeing the same thing now out of Creighton Dillon?
Well, it's not that we can see, we are seeing it. He's been dominant. There's no one that has even brought the fight to him. He's been up front every time.
We're in the Thien Motorsports Skidoo trailer with Creighton Dillon. Creighton, you've won all the Pro Light finals so far this season. First season in the class. We knew you were fast in sport, but did you expect this much speed right away in Pro Light?
I knew I had the speed to win, but just putting it together is a lot of work. But me and the Thien Motorsports crew, me, Colt, my mechanic, we put it together, and just a rookie having fun and just enjoying all the wins.
Well, if there is such a thing in motorsport, we would call this the calm before the chaos. And the chaos that is the Pro Light Final at the U.S. Air Force Snowcross National, presented by Christian Cars Online, is moments away from going green.
Whoa, look at Evan got a great jump.
Oh, but so did Tyler Archibald on the inside lane. And now Creighton trying to come around. They are going to be 4 wide as they hit the sprint lanes.
Oh, we got carnage.
And Evan Christian got caught up in that. He may be the one that got sideways, started the whole mess off. And Tyler Archibald is the big benefactor as he has jumped out to a couple of sled lengths advantage over Dillon. But Dillon's going to have open track on the outside lane to rip and roar.
Yeah, and Creighton got a gift right there in my eyes. I think Evan could have been a lot rougher to him on that outside, and unfortunately it cost Evan. So here we go. We got Kirchmeier and Corin Todd battling right back there in
third and fourth. Anson Shield right behind them, and actually it looks like now as they work their way around the corner.
I like where Creighton's sitting right now. He's kind of in the driver's seat.
And your leader is starting to get into lap traffic. So yeah, definitely Creighton Dillon may have the opportunity to be the aggressor here. You see him changing up lines as he goes over the AMSOIL finish line jump, and now they're going to be literally nose to tail coming off the corner.
Yeah, he's, obviously the roost is the challenge, but, Archibald's eating a lot of roost as well with all the lappers, so it's just the same for both of them, and it's always harder when you reach the lappers first. You aren't expecting to see that. You can see right there. Oh, look at, and just as I say that,
Wow, squeeze it to the inside. Creighton Dillon Archibald got hung up with one of the riders. He was trying to put a lap down. Now Dillon will slam down to the inside lane. Archibald will go to the outside. They're going to go bar to bar through the U.S. Air Force flyaway.
And look at Archibald fight back. Good job right there by him.
And shut the door with authority there in the FXR turn, but we're not done yet. Dillon's back alongside and might have him this time.
Yeah, look at, wow, lappers.
Creighton Dillon continuing to pass racers, now passing Corin Todd, who had been up there as high as 4th, has faded down the order a little bit. Anson Shield.
I think Shield's going to be in our 3rd spot right now because, again, remember, Christian is a lap down.
Creighton Dillon continuing on here. He just made a move past Topi Posty. There's Anson Shield working his way off the FXR turn.
I like how looking kind of spicy out there right now. Anson's riding really well. He's not too far off those leaders again. He's only 6 seconds back. You know, 6 seconds in one little bobble in a corner like this one after the finish line can be, you know, brought back down to 2-3 seconds pretty easily.
Clock running down here. We are down to 25 seconds plus a lap in this Pro Light final. Creighton Dillon looks to continue to dominate the field here. Shades of what we saw from Jordan LaBelle with his epic run in Pro Light before jumping up to the AMSOIL Pro Quest. Dillon could be taking a page out of that playbook here.
Yeah, he sure can, and he's doing everything right. He was patient, he waited for his opportunity to strike, he found it, got it done. He got 1 lap to go, and he's gonna continue that streak. I just don't see anybody else being able to take it away from him.
Amazing effort here in the first part of the season. And the race here at Deadwood, no matter what time it happens to be on the AMSOIL Championship Snowcross schedule, that could be a momentum maker or momentum breaker. In the case of Creighton Dillon, next verse, same as the first few. Dillon wins again, picking up a Pro Light final in Deadwood.
Archibald rounding that 2nd spot out, and Shield, I think he's gonna take your podium.
Yeah, it was a super tight track. I went off the start. I tried to pull forward, and I had to hit the kill switch. But yeah, the sled died there a bit, but we made our way through, like pretty much right up the front stretch. And Tyler got a good lead and kind of found my groove. The lappers played in my favor, I think, and got around him, and we led a really good race.
When we roar back to Deadwood, the future of Snowcross is on the line as we shine the spotlight on the FXR Sport Class and the Rock Speed Effect Stock 200s. Young guns ready to rip. Welcome back to historic Deadwood and the legendary Saloon Number 10. This is the chair where Buffalo Bill Cody met his doom, playing the now infamous Dead Man's Hand.
The U.S. Air Force Snowcross National presented by Christian Cars Online here on Fox Sports. Robbie, we get to look at something a little different we don't normally get to see on a broadcast here with the FXR Sport Class. What is this group all about?
This is about the young Chargers, the young Lions. They're out there giving it everything they can. Guess what they don't have? They don't have the experience and the consistency, but what they do have is heart, and they will lay it out there, and it's always entertaining.
Here they come, getting the whole shot. Looks like to me, hey, that's the 831. Brady Freeland, your 6th qualifier, got the whole shot. Less than a lap to go. Can Freeland hang on? Boyke is making his push. Oh, and we got a rider down. 2 riders down. It was our leader down. Coming to us from Edina, Minnesota, that number 254 Skidoo, Kellen Cheprin.
Some of the youngest racers in AMSOIL Championship Snowcross running our Stock 200 class. Robbie, we get a chance to watch the little guys and gals go at it here.
We sure do, and they get to race on the exact same track as the pros do, which is so exciting and entertaining for them.
There's the green light. Here comes your stock 200 final here tonight in Deadwood. Well, looks like a good clean takeoff for everybody as they make their way down here towards the split lane at the Arctic Cat Polaris corner. Has a few sled legs in the bank. Oh, the door was open there for the number 2 spot. Linus is going to walk through the door. Krantz all of a sudden is going to be sitting in 3rd. And here comes Becker trying to get a podium from the back row. We got 2 more corners and a straightaway to go.
And you see the look over from Krantz. He knows exactly what position he is, and he knows who's behind him.
And for Ray Simmons, oh yeah, Deadwood's very, very good as he takes the checkers and the win.
And who would you like to thank today?
My dad, my mom, my grandma, my grandpa, my uncle, everybody that helped me get here.
Still ahead, round 2 of the AMSOIL Triple Crown. Will Elias Ischel tackle another Triple Crown victory today? AMSOIL Championship Snocross is presented by Polaris, Think Outside, by AMSOIL, Runs on Freedom, and by Pertec, your industrial hose specialist.
The second leg of the AMSOIL Pro Triple Crown is up next. Elias Ischel is in the driver's seat, but we've still got 2 more races at Deadwood, and we know anything can happen here.
You're right. Sure, anything can happen, and lappers can happen, and that is one thing Elias is really going to have to pay attention to. Here we go.
Good launch for the Viking Rocket. Coming up the line is it good enough for a stud boy. Whole shot barely over Peterson, who is step for step with him. Ish will go to the outside. Peterson to the inside.
Elias almost came off. That was risky, but it paid off. Now he's in the lead. Peterson, Har, and it looks like Yerk's in 4th.
Yerk pushing out wide. Peltier trying to cut underneath them as they work their way out of that really tight FXR corner. A look at Riley Bester there on the corner of the screen as well. But up front, the Viking Rocket in the spot where nobody else wants him to be. Out in front by Peterson, giving him a run.
Yeah, look at Peterson, and he's not afraid to shake it up a little bit. He'll get in there and play, pinball with all these guys. So, Elias.
He got pinball with a roost there big time coming out of that corner following Ishel's line. And now Emil Har trying to set him up for a move going into the Arctic Cat corner. And Peterson does have a comeback coming out.
Yeah, look at Har. This is what we love to see about Har. He is so strong, and that long body stature lets him get over those rollers as he gets on the gas a little bit easier. So pay attention to Har. He's got some unfinished business.
Checking in on Cody Cam, you see the rundown on the left side of your screen, back in the number 7 spot here, about 6-7 seconds off the lead pace.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. But Cam, he's past champ. He knows how to handle this. He's not going to panic. See him block that roost. So
Cam came so close to winning in the first leg of this AMSOIL Pro Triple Crown. But Elias Ischel, the Viking Rocket, able to pip him at the post, get the lead in the final moments, go on to win. Leads here with 6 minutes plus a lap to go here in the second of the 3 AMSOIL Pro main events.
Yeah, sure does. I'm interested to see if Har can answer anything here. He needs to get up and try to bring the race to Elias. I feel if he doesn't do it in this one, I just don't see him doing it the rest of the night. This is a pivotal race between these 2 right now.
So Emil Har taking that Polaris sled, putting it through its paces as it cranks off the Arctic Cat corner, working his way down in front of one side of the grandstands here at Deadwood. Continuing to chase race leader Elias Ischel. Adam Peterson is faded back a little bit in 3rd. Give a call out to Gustav Salston and Daniel Benham running in the 4th and 5th spots. Good showings for them here in the second lane so far.
Sure is. And Dan Benham, I like what I've seen so far today. He's been fast in practice, fast in that first leg. And then, of course, now this one running in a top 5.
You see Gustav Salston had somebody ahead of him and he had to tuck his head almost tuck his chin right to his chest to try to block some of that roost in the air over the AMSOIL finish line jump.
Yeah, and that's Peterson who shot all that roost all over. So it's tough vision is always going to be a struggle. This is why this race is so fun to watch, because you just never know what's going to happen. You get roosted, you can't see, and look at this. Oh, sorry, I misspoke. I thought we had Har all over Elias, but no, actually Elias has stepped it up and pulled away.
Now, right now, he is a good almost 3 seconds out in front of Emo Har, but he is starting to put riders a lap down, and the further this race goes, the deeper into the back of the field he gets, and the longer it's going to take him to try to pick and choose his way around. So for Har right now, with 4 minutes to go, I would think you got to turn the wick up now and take a run.
Yeah, Har has to get going right away. He needs to be able to take that quick little shot at him if he can, with the roost that he's getting from those lappers. And unfortunately, he's just too far behind. He can't make up that ground. You know, that's a testament to Elias checking out early.
So the Viking Rocket coming back down through the FXR corner, getting through there pretty well, just kind of doing a little double hop there over the braking bumps that are formed on the inside of the track. And he is closing in, it looks like, on the back of Evan Doubt. So he would be looking to put either Doubt or Ogamar down a lap. They give way to the leader off the inside of the corner. So he is definitely into riders here at the back of the field.
Yeah, we had a rider down there. The yellow flags were flying. Elias almost got caught up in it. Oh, Riley Bester finds himself off. That is right before the finish line there. So, bad spot to go down.
And you saw Hunter Patno just there hand signaling, telling Israel to go ahead and go to the outside.
Yeah, Hunter, unfortunately, that elbow injury, I think, is bothering him more than he would let anyone know.
So Har's had some opportunity here, but hasn't been able to cash in on it. We're down to 2.5 minutes to go. Now the gap's 2.5 seconds, not 4 seconds, but I would think if Har's going to mount a challenge, he'll want to be a little bit closer with this amount of time left. And the racers do know how much time is left because there is a digital screen at the AMSOIL finish line with the clock on.
Yeah, and it's a great addition for these guys because they just don't have a clue, and that was, you know, my opening statements was just how tough it is to not know where you're at in this race. And obviously, Elias has a pretty good idea of what's happening, but the guys that start to fall a little farther back, you really don't have any clue where exactly you're at, who you're racing either. Lappers could come up and pass you, and you don't even know that you think they're racing you, and they're battling for position, but they really aren't.
Elias putting a lap there on Travis Kern's number 201 as Kern took the outside lane. The clock continues to run here in the second of these AMSOIL Pro Triple Crown main events, and there's Gustav Salsted. He just made himself a move into the number 3 spot as he got by Adam Peterson.
Salsted showing why he won that Dominator race at the start of the season.
Oh, in trouble. It looks like one of the Arctic Cat sleds tipping there in the FXR corner. Oh, and
Peterson.
Yeah, he just got caught up in that mess. LaBelle cutting down to the inside. Jacob Yerk riding away from the situation there alone with Daniel Benham. Ryan's going to shuffle the deck there in mid-pack, but no issues right now. Shuffling along quite nicely, thank you, is the Viking Rocket.
Yeah, Elias just putting the laps in, putting work in, as we like to say, and you know, that's a hectic part. Go to replay here and see what happens. Salston gets through there. Oh, wow, looks like Peterson just totally took him out. Wow. Not sure what was going on there. Benham unfortunately gets tipped over.
The Viking Rocket, Elias Ischel, powering his way back down in front of the grandstands here at Deadwood as he hits the AMSOIL finish line jump, just about 33 seconds and a lap. So he will cross the line before the timer reaches 0, most likely. So about 2 more laps left in this contest. And well, what can you say about the Viking Rocket that hasn't already been said? I asked him earlier today if he thought he was building a dynasty. He doesn't even think about that. 1 championship at a time. We just saw the white flag.
Yeah, 1 to go, and he takes a look around, sees that he's got a pretty good sized lead, 4.2 seconds over Har. Salston sitting in that 3rd spot, but Elias just on a mission today. The starts are on point. He is on point, looking solid. They've got that ski working great for him. He takes the win.
2 for 2 in the Triple Crown here at the U.S. Air Force Snocross National. For your point leader, the Viking Rocket, Elias Ishalimalhar. Stays in contention for the overall with the second place finish, and Gustav Salston coming away with a third this time around.
That one was a little bit more straightforward. Got out front, checked out. What's your mindset now going into that third and final race after going 1-1?
Of course, I always want to try to stay positive, but right now I'm actually racing against the lappers, but that's just Deadwood and need to mention, and we've done it 12 times now, so yeah, try to stay smart for the last one and get to the finish.
Le Machine is firing up. We're talking about Malene the Machine Coutu. The defending pro women champ is building her points lead, but Tasha Lang is cued and ready to make the racing very interesting today.
Definitely looking for the win this weekend. I'm feeling super confident and had a lot of time with training and on the sled, and it's definitely my time to be up there, so putting my head down today and definitely getting it done.
Back with more AMSOIL Championship Snocross on Fox Sports. Much like we've seen with Creighton Dillon in Pro Light, the Machine, Malene Coutu, has had an ironclad grip on the Pro Women's class so far.
She sure has. A little stumble at the start of the season, corrected it, and now she is on a mission, and she is looking great out there.
Away we go. Pro women take to the track here in Deadwood, and it's a side-by-side breakout at the front of the field, and neither one of those sleds are Malene Coutu. It's LaBelle on the inside, and it looks like Hauger on the outside.
Oh, and LaBelle goes down, but Hauger jumps to the lead. But look at Coutu lurking, and
She had company coming up alongside. Looked like Tasha Lang follows Malene Coutu up through, and look at that. You've got on the inside Tasha, in the middle Malene, and on the outside and then a Hauger. And now Hauger's facing a challenge, it looks like, from Sarissa Blesson, yellow flag, so everybody's got to hold their positions here till they get past Daly LaBelle.
Yeah, look at Hauger. She moved herself up right to that second spot, so see how that rolls through there, but this is going to be a battle. I can see this.
Oh, Anana with a crossover right in front. That's the Snocross version of a slide job right there.
Yeah, that was heads-up racing. Good job by Hauger. She seen that pass a little bit before she got to the corner.
Aggressive, clean racing, too. Neither one of them want to get into the other one because they don't want to lose any forward momentum.
Yeah, you're right. You can see Hauger, she went through that section and came up a little short, kind of got kicked sideways where Tasha can kind of power through that. She's just got a little bit more strength, and both are effective, both styles work, but you know, every now and then when that sled decides to step out, you're gonna want to be able to hang on.
Timed race here again, plus 1 lap, so closing in on 4 minutes plus a lap to go. And the Machine doing machine things, as in machining out a 4-second lead right now over this battle we're watching for second here between Hauger and Tasha Lang.
Yeah, and unfortunately for her, she's just out front, clear sailing, checking out, pulling about a second or two a lap. These two, these are the battle right now that we have because they are ski to ski pretty much the entire track. Oh, and look at Tasha getting a good run through there.
Yeah, she actually bounced that sled a little bit there and did a little bit of a different rhythm, and they're starting to come into some of the same traffic that Malene would be dealing with at the front of the field, and especially when you get to the lane choice end of the track. But for Malene, if it was another 2 or another 5, I don't really think it would matter to her.
No, this is good practice laps right now in a way. You can see her get through that section. I'm at the point now where I'd like to see her start to compete with the boys, get out there, race some sport classes. I feel like she's there, and there's the win.
Yeah, the checkered flag comes out for Malene Coutu, the Machine, continuing to have an ironclad grip on the top spot for the pro women's podium. And Anna Hauger finishing in second. Tasha Lang will complete the podium finishers with a third.
Malene, another dominant race for you. What was working out here for you tonight?
I don't know, my sled, the team, Ski-Doo, everyone that just does so much for me to be able to be out there, do my thing. And yeah, not the best start, but I had a very good first few laps there and was able to pull away. And yeah, I'm very excited about tonight.
Round 3 of the AMSOIL Triple Crown is next. Elias Ischel and Emil Haar are ready to continue their battle back and forth, to and fro. AMSOIL Championship Snocross is presented by the U.S. Air Force. Serve your way. Can you make the team? By AMSOIL, runs on freedom. By Sunoco, fuel your best. By Pertec, your industrial hose specialist.
It's the deciding leg of the AMSOIL Pro Triple Crown here at the U.S. Air Force Snocross National, presented by Christian Cars Online. Elias Ischel, 2 races, 2 wins. Can he get the broom out here in race 3?
I sure think he can. He looks absolutely dominant in that second leg. I thought maybe Haar had something for him. Never did happen. I think Elias has what it takes to get it done. Elias got a good jump again, but look at Adam Peterson. He is out front early.
Starboy hole shot the Peterson company on the inside. LaBelle tries to get in there, almost wrecks out, almost lands on the back of Peterson. Ischel going to the outside, going big on that outside lane, looking for the lead.
This is where it's going to get ugly. Look at this, and look at Haar. He's right there. They take Elias super wide in that corner.
Wow, everybody pushed out wide. Peterson holding on to the lead. Ischel swaps lanes. He's going to go down to the inside here through the Arctic Cat corner, looking for the lead with Haar. Hot on his heels, Viking Rocket, number 1.
And Elias just won't be denied. He is just too smart, too good, too fit, and he has the machine under him to get it done.
And Haar trying to pull the muscle move there, coming out of the corner. Success. So the top 2 in the overall coming into this are going to duke it out here for the win in the 3rd leg of this Triple Crown here in the early going.
So the juggernaut, like I called earlier, Peterson in that 3rd spot. Watch this, he is not afraid to bump.
Jacob Yerk trying to get in the mix there as well, right behind Peterson with LaBelle back in 5th. Peterson working his way off the corner, coming down here through the U.S. Air Force flyaway.
Yeah, like his line through that section there. It's a little faster going into that finish line. Camera stays on him. Pay attention to that.
Yeah, Emil Haar would love to be able to focus on what's happening in front of him with Ischel, but he's got to hear Peterson coming and know he's got to play some defense here.
Yeah, watch. See, look at this. Oh, he got yellow. Okay, so that's not going to happen there. Looked like Evan Delt was down. But look at the lead. Elias has been able to pull 3.2 seconds. Obviously, that yellow came out after Elias had gotten through it.
Another sled on the outside of the track there having an issue. That may have been Oscar Norm. It has been a rough go for him here in round number 5. But right now, everything is going perfectly right for Mr. 5-time himself, the Viking Rocket, Elias Ischel.
Yeah, when it's your year, it's your year. And that's what I feel like is happening right now. Like, he can't do anything wrong. He can start 4th and come through right away on the first straightaway and put himself into 1st. He can avoid a yellow flag. He can, everything is working perfect for Elias, and he is executing perfectly, as you can see as he gets through this section.
I've often said when the tracks get really rough and choppy, that is where Elias really shines. He can handle this rough stuff so phenomenally well.
Yeah, the rougher the better for him, for sure. He is just such a bulldog out there. The way he can hang on, and that is maybe my only critique sometimes is he will look around a lot, and it almost is like, he's not sure where he's at in the race, but who am I to say that? He is the one that is a 5-time champ. So
we have a battle for the final podium spot in the offing here, at least in this race, and may not necessarily factor into the overall. Depends on how things shake out. But right now, fighting for 3rd, Adam Peterson on the number 3, being pressured by Jacob Yerk on the 727 Arctic Cat. And remember, Cody Cam was 3rd coming in on 9 points. And you had Peltier on 7 points, and you had Peltier at 9, tied with one other racer. Jacob Yerk was in the mix as well. So right now, if Yerk could grab one more spot with 2 minutes plus a lap to go, get up on the podium, at least for this race, that may actually turn him into a podium finisher for the overall Triple Crown.
That's right. It's such a toss-up right now. Everybody everywhere, so.
Jacob coming by. Coming through that Arctic Cat section of the course.
See LaBelle, he's not gonna roll over. He's gonna fight all the way to the end, and you can see he's all, I think he might have the pass made.
Yeah,
so
he made a nice crank off the inside of that Arctic Cat Polaris corner, so LaBelle will move up now to the number 4 position with less than 90 seconds plus 1 lap to go. Elias Ischel comfortably out in front of Haar, and Haar has a gap on Peterson.
Yeah, Peterson is not that far out of touch for LaBelle, but the clock is ticking, and it's just not going to happen. You see Elias.
And in front of him, that is Francis Peltier. You look on the left side of your screen, you see that Peltier is 9th right now, and it looked like Elias was reaching up there to try to wipe some of that roost off his goggles here.
Yeah, that roost is the killer, and you've seen that look back. He knows he gave up a lot of time in that corner with Peltier in front of him, so he is patiently trying to find his way around, and again, another little mistake because of that roost.
And he's going to have to come through a couple of more times here as they come across the AMSOIL finish line jump. 30 seconds plus a lap. Emil Haar may sense the opportunity to spring. If he's got anything in the tank, he's got to toss it in now.
Yeah, he sure does. And you see Elias, he's trying to grab that snow off the goggles, and this is not over. We got 12 seconds plus a lap. So for sure 2 more laps. Haar is right there. Ooh, little mistake. That might be the difference maker.
That gives Elias Ischel a little bit of breathing room. He's still dealing with the roost issues now as he slots up lanes here. As he closes in to try to put another lateral lap down, it looks like he is almost there to the white flag. One more lap for the Viking Rocket to win all 3 legs of the AMSOIL Pro Triple Crown here at the U.S. Air Force Snocross National, presented by Christian Cars Online. A command performance for the 5-time champ.
It sure is. What a statement ride. He didn't need this, but he did it anyways, and that's what you get when you're the champ. Elias Ischel takes the win. Haar takes 2nd place, and it looks like Peterson's going to round out your top 3 in this leg.
And Elias and Emil Haar offering congratulations, so they lock up 1 and 2 in the overall. The question will be who finishes in the number 3 spot in the overall. Peterson trying to help his case there. May have been able to leapfrog up above Cody Cam.
Elias, another one, just a dominant night for you, 1-1-1 tonight. What was working so good for you this evening?
Everything I've been working awesome the whole year actually, and it was a good remention from the last one. When we struggled in the last one, should have had a swap that weekend or on Saturday that weekend too, but we got it today, and can't be happy enough to swap Deadwood. That's a hard one, and for sure, can't thanks the whole team enough.
Well, Mr. 5-time winds up getting out the broom here in round 5. Does that mean that he's going to be the guy to beat in round number 6?
Yeah, it sure is. And I just don't see anybody with this speed and consistency and just like everything working out perfect for him that can challenge right now.
Follow along with everything AMSOIL Championship Snocross on our official website at snocross.com or any of our social media outlets. For Nolan and for Robbie, I'm Paul Small. Thanks for watching. This has been an AMSOIL Championship Snocross presentation on Fox Sports.